we'll start in just a couple seconds. Today we are gonna use light weights and a ball. So if you have those, awesome. If you don't have those, no worries. I will give you options without them too, but they can always help with your workout. So, all right, let's get started. Like I talked about, we are gonna do a really basic class today with a lot of focus on our alignment. So bring your feet right under your hips, thinking about your two bony tops of your hip points. All right, bend your knees just a little bit and check that your feet are pointing straight forward. Your heels are right in line with your toes. You keep that gentle bend of your knees as you roll your shoulders down your back, and then bring your hands to your sides. Turn your palms open towards whatever is in front of you. We're gonna lift one knee at a time. We'll start on the left. Take it left, right, left, 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 left. All right, warming up here. We are in a neutral spine position, which means you've just got the natural curve of your spine. You're not tucking your hips under. You're not extending your spine longer so that your butt sticks back. All right, keep your ribs hugging in and down. And get your fingers nice and energized, reaching your fingertips towards the ground. Keeping your chest nice and lifted. All right, lift, lift. All right, you're gonna keep that engagement of the core as you take your arms up a little higher, finding a wide T position. And then press your arms back a little, back, push, push. This tiny little push back. And think about what's happening with your ribs. We always want our ribs to stay knitting down to keep our core engaged. When your ribs kind of open up, it's when you lose that engagement. So keep that hug in. All right, we're gonna take our arms up again. Our final position, reaching up to the sky. Ribs stay down. And then start to draw your knee across your body just a little bit. So taking it over towards the other elbow, lift, 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 lift. This gets into the outside of your seat a little bit, but you're not moving your spine. No twist through the low back. Knee to the side for 3, for 2. All right, last time. Plant your feet. Stay in that hip distance apart position. I'm gonna turn to the side so you can see. All right, from here, we're gonna take a breath and lift our arms up overhead. And then exhale, bring yourself down to a squat. So you bend your knees, you bring your hands to the top of your thighs. From here, dive your chest down towards your thighs, drop your head a little bit, stretch your hamstrings. And then bend your knees again, lift your chest, and stand up, breathe. We'll do that just a tiny bit faster. Bend down, squat, stretch your hamstrings, bend again, and lift up. Going slow is always a great option when you're not sure how something is gonna feel. So really taking it easy is always a good choice. If you've got any limitations on movements that feel okay in your body, if you've got any reason you're rebuilding your core, like pregnancy. All right, a few more. And as you know how you feel now from these first couple, maybe you take your hands down a little lower, stretch your hamstrings a little more. Hands can come to your shins or all the way to the floor. We're gonna do one more. And then we're gonna hold in the squat position. So hold with your knees bent, lift up. So your chest is nice and lifted, you're gazing forward. Your hands come to prayer, you pulse down, down, down. So a pulse is just a little movement about the size of an inch, about the size of a paper clip, not too big. And it's just engaging the tops of your thighs here. So push into your heels. With your hands in prayer, push your hands together to pulse down, down, pulse, pulse. Shoulders draw away from your ears, ribs hug down, belly comes back. Nice firm core. Now, if this doesn't feel good in your knees, you can always take your feet a little bit wider. Turn your toes out. In a squat, you always want your knees going over the middle of your foot. So, you really keep that in mind. And if the movement's no good, you just hold it. Hold is always hard, always a good choice. All right. We're gonna hold it down. 3, 2, hold it down. All right, reach your arms up, finding a Y position, thumbs towards the back wall. We're gonna find 2 positions of our arms. Our arms go Y, then come down at center. Then they go T, back to center. Again, Y, center, T, center. Keep that going. As you find these 2 postures, really focus in on keeping your ribs hugging in and down. Keeping that abdominal engagement. You can always bend your knees a little less if you want less thigh work, but this is such good work for our back, strengthening the muscles that we use to support our spine. All right, we've got 2 more. All the way through. All right, 1 more. Last one. All right, hold your arms long. You're gonna come down and up, drop, and lift. Keep going, down and up, drop, left, down, left, left, drop, left. Reaching your arms away, pull in, down, up. Few more. You could always go a little slower. You could always hold. Those are great options. 3, 2. All right, last one. Hold the up position. Lift your hands up overhead and then bend your knees until you can get your hands to the floor. Carefully, slowly walk out. We're gonna find our first plank. Move my stuff. All right, first plank here, we're gonna hold it in stillness. This is straight arm plank. You are up on your hands. Your fingers are spread wide. You can stay where I am, up on your toes, with your legs hip distance apart, or you can come down to your knees and curl your feet in towards your seat. Both are great options, both are hard. All right, shoulders come down away from your ears. Hug your ribs down and in, lifting your belly button up towards your spine. All right, just hold. Just hold. Big breaths in and out. You got it. All right. You're gonna stay right here. Stay in that plank position. I want you to really hug your hip points in, squeezing in towards center. I'm trying to figure out why our music turned off, but you hold that plank. Breathe. All right, we're gonna hold for 10 more seconds. All right, hold there. Wherever you're at for 3, for 2, and 1. Come on down. Spread your knees, find a child's pose. All right, reaching your seat back towards your heels. Big breath in. And out. All right, there we go. We got our music again for our next plank. All right. We are gonna come to a forearm plank. So all that means is you replace your elbows with where your hands were. You step your legs back. This one, start with your legs long, just for a second here to find your position, and then bend your knees, drop them down. Keep your toes curling under. Keep your abs lifting up and in. All right, we are gonna take this into a little bit more work. We're gonna add on a variation. But whenever we add on a variation, you can take it or leave it. You can stay here holding this plank. That is gonna be great work for your core strength. But if you want a little bit more, here we go. You're gonna extend one leg long. All right, squeezing through your quadricep. Pushing down through your forearms, through the other knee that's grounded down into your working surface. You can stay right here, or you can lift that leg up. Find your heel driving up towards the sky. Little lifts. Up, up, lift. Keep it going. Lifts, lifts. Little up, up. Lift, lift, lift. All right. Wherever you're at, maybe just hold. Got 3, 2. Come back to both knees down. All right, find your shoulders drawing away from your ears. Nice long neck. And then take it to the other side. Other leg extends. Toes stay down as you shift your hips over so they're nice and level. Squeeze your quadricep. Option to lift your foot up. Flex your toe and lift. Up, 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 up. Really flex your foot. Reach your heel up. As you fatigue, shoulders might creep up towards your ears. Pull them away. 4, 2. Last one, bring your foot down. Push your knees into the ground. Push your toes into the ground. You can stay right here or extend your legs long. Hold it here. You've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Just drop your hips to the floor. Nice and easy. Lift your chest just a little bit. Don't overdo this. Sometimes extension in the spine is not where we want to be. So lifting your heart up, drawing your shoulders down. Just a gentle stretch. All right, and then bring your hands underneath you. Push yourself up just to sweep your legs around. We're gonna come into some high C curve. I gotta keep tapping my screen. It kind of wants to go to sleep. Instagram does that sometimes. So that's what I'm doing. You just stick with the exercises. All right, if you have a ball, you can always use a pillow too, or a stuffed animal. You're gonna stick that right by your seat where it hits the floor. Legs out in front of you, nice and bent. Hold on behind your hamstrings. And then lean back into that supportive surface, or if you don't have it, just feeling that air behind your back. And you're gonna tip your hips under. If you've got a pillow or a ball there, you're gonna squish it, tucking your tailbone under, finding flexion with your spine, this curved under position. From here, you're gonna just come back a little, up a little, lower and lift, back, lift, lower and lift, tip, curl. All right, shoulders draw away from your ears. This C-curve position is one we do a lot in barre classes, a really great way to work all 4 layers of your abdominals. But holding on is a good place to be. If you've done this a lot before and you want to extend your arms long for a little more weight, do it. But sometimes holding on can help you find that position, get a little deeper into the posture, work a little harder. All right, it's back and left, back and left. 4, 3, 2, and we hold. All right, hold it down. All right, hold it right there. Really tuck under through your hips. Feeling this nice pelvic tilt. Draw your belly down and in. Keep your chest nice and lifted. All right, back into it. As an option, you're gonna reach one arm long. Draw your shoulders down. Feel that arm bone plug back into your shoulder socket. Just one arm is going to pull back. For 2, reach. For 2, pull. And reach. You pull. And reach. Pull. And reach. Always an option to reach your opposite hand long. Just hold it. Or stay holding on. Each time your elbow passes your belly, hug your belly back and in. And don't lean back too far, right? This is not about leaning way far back. It's just about tucking your hips under. All right, last one. Pull. Reach your arm long. If you're up for it, just for a moment, reach both arms long. Tuck your tailbone under, draw your ribs down. We're gonna switch sides, so hold on with the other arm. Arm pulls on the other side in 3, 2, and 1. Hold on, other arm pulls back. 2, reach, 2. This is gonna get into your obliques, but it's not a big twist through the spine, right? So keep your gaze forward, or maybe have your gaze follow your elbow, but not a big twist. Mostly keeping your back totally straight, pelvis square. It's pull. And reach. Keep going. You pull. And reach. Pull. And reach. Pull. And reach. All right, last one. Okay, here's where we hold. You can hold on. You can reach your arms long. I want you to feel this posture. Tuck your tailbone under. Draw your belly down and in. Just breathe. Feeling work in your core. We're gonna stand up next. In 3, in 2, and 1. Come on up. Set your ball to the side and grab light weights if you're using them. You can always use cans of food, wine bottles, anything that's just a couple pounds, bags of beans. All right, little bend to your knees. Right where we started class, shoulders are right over your hips. Stand up tall, neutral spine, elbows into your sides, you curl up, 2, down, 2, curl, lower, up, and down. So even if you've never done bar before, you've probably done a bicep curl before, maybe not, but what we really want to think about here though is not just what our arms are doing, but what the rest of our body is doing. So you want to keep a lot of support through the rest of your body. Little bend to your knees, energy through your legs. Inner thighs are hugging in towards each other, even as they're not moving. Your core is strong so that you're not rocking forward or back. It's curl, extend, curl, extend, you got it. Keep going, down, and lift. And lift. A little bit faster now. Take it down, up, down, up. Anytime I say to go faster, if it feels too crazy, too fast, not as hard, you stay slower. All right, faster is not always better. It's just different. At this pace, I want you to turn your palms to face each other. Down, up, down, up. From here, we're gonna take our elbows out. It's done. So you stop when your elbows are just an inch below your shoulder. It's down. You've got 4, 3, 2. All right, last one out. Hold it in. Keeping that 90-degree bend at your elbows, wrist flat. You're gonna lift one arm, the other arm. It's punch, punch, lift. All right, getting into our shoulders here. This should feel hard. Another main principle of bar workouts is anytime your weights feel like too much, you just drop them. We try to do everything with light weights, and we do a lot of repetitions. Sometimes light weights just means the weight of your hands, and that is totally fine. I love using 1-pound weights. I don't have any here at my house, but when I go to a studio, I always grab the 1-pound weights. Lift, lift, keep it going. Just a few more, lift, 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 lift. You got it, you got 4. Little hold in 3, in 2. All right, just hold. Take your arms out to the side. Find goal post arms. That should feel still hard, but a little bit different. Keep your ribs knitting down. Keep your shoulders down. Bend 90 in your arms. If you've lost it, hold it here. You've got 10 seconds. All right, think about your posture. You got it, breathe. Nice hold. Sorry about that. Hold 3, hold 2, and 1. Come down. You're gonna bring your elbows high behind you, and then you're gonna bend your knees. You're gonna find that position we found in our warm-up. Parallel squat, hinge at the waist. Okay, a great option here. You know what, let's all do it. I want you to step 1 foot back. Find this tiny little staggered lunge. And then from here, extend your arms long. From here, pinkies are up towards the ceiling. Thumbs are down towards the floor. You're gonna find tiny little bend to your elbows. You bend your elbows, you straighten them. You bend, stretch, bend, stretch. All right, just a little hinge at the waist so you can get your arms back behind you. You bend, stretch, bend, stretch. This little bend stretch is just that, very little. You soften, straighten. Just so you feel it at the top of your arms. Triceps. Don't take much to get tired, so this is another place you might want to drop those weights, especially if you only have heavier ones at home. It's bend, stretch, stretch. 4, 3, hope you're feeling the burn, stick with it. 2, last one, hold. Arms straight, shoulders down. Breathe, lift your arms a little higher. All right, keeping your arms nice and high, I want you to switch feet. Step the other foot back. A little bend to your knees. All right, turn your palms to face the floor. Roll your shoulders down, lengthen your neck, lift your arms up an inch, up an inch. Keep lifting up, 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 up. So you've just got that tiny little lift happening. Take it up, 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 up. What is your core doing? Think about your core strength here, especially your abdominals. They are hugging in and back to support your spine. Always want a strong core for good spine health. That is the foundation of what we are doing in Barre. Work in our core, finding our great alignment, both for these exercises and for you to take with you when you leave class. All right, you've got 3. We hold it. Here we go. Hold. Step your feet together if you haven't already. Lift your hands up a little higher. Shoulders down. Arms lift a little more. You breathe. It's 3. It's 2. And 1. Nice job. We're going to set our weights to the side. And then we are going to come into a wide stance. So I want you to bring your feet up wider than your hips. Toes face forward. We're going to come into some side lunges. So I want you to bend over to the left. As you do that, you lean forward just a little bit, but you keep your chest lifted. Then you're going to come up through center, both legs straight. Then come over to the right. Lean again. It's lift. Bend. Lift. Bend. Keep going. Bend. All right. I'm going to give you a few options. If this is feeling good, stay right here. If you would rather be upright in your spine, not leaning forward, you can turn your toes out and come side to side. And lift. Side. See how my chest is up in this posture with my toes turned out. All right, see what feels good for you. All right, other option is to go a little faster. Down, up, down, up, down, up. All right, as you bend one knee, you're gonna send the opposite arm forward. Reach, 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 and pull. Reach, reach, reach. Keep your torso facing forward. No twisting through the spine. Reach. Keep going, down. Up wherever you at, you're just moving side to side. Lateral movement is so good for working your glute med, sides of your seat, which is so important for keeping a healthy spine. Down and lift. All right, 3 more. Then we're gonna hold at center. All right, last one. Hold at center. If you're not there already, if you had your toes forward, I want you to now turn them out. Bend your knees. All right, chest stays lifted. We call this a wide turned out or horse pose, a really wide squat. Sometimes a sumo squat. Keep your chest lifted, shoulders over your hips. You should feel a big stretch in your inner thigh, your outer glutes. All right, shoulders are right back over your hips. Whoa, you see, you might even lose your balance. Abs tight. You don't want to arch your spine, so find a little tuck under your hips. Tailbone points down to the floor. From here, we're gonna find a slow pulse. You just come down an inch, up an inch, lower, lift, lower, and lift. All right, stay right here. If this doesn't feel right for you, here's something else you can do. You can bring your feet all the way together, heels together, toes turned out. Lift your heels an inch, bend your knees forward. Come down an inch, up an inch. So those two exercises are really interchangeable. Anytime you do a barre class where they do narrow V this one, or horse pose this one, you can switch them up. All right, giving you lots of choices today. Sometimes choices can be a little overwhelming, I know, but you can always refer back to this. All right, stop. Up. This is good. Working the backs of our thighs, working our glutes. Down. All right, and the goal here is to keep your spine in neutral, but if to do that you need to lean forward just a little bit, that's totally fine, right? You do what works for you. Everyone's a little different. It's down, up, down, and left. All right, we got a few more. We've got 3. We've got 2. We're gonna hold. All right, with your chest lifted or that little lean forward or a narrow V, I want you to reach your arms long. Finding that T position we had earlier. All right, ribs knit down and in. You're gonna bring one arm in to 90 and then out. Other arm comes in and out. Keep going. In, out, in, out. Just holding the legs. That is hard. In barre, we are trying to build an isometric contraction in the muscles. That is where the burn happens. That is where the change happens. That's what it's all about. So don't shy away from that. Know that that is what we are trying to achieve here. If you are feeling it right, you are succeeding. All right, 2 more. Could you go a little lower? Last time, arm in and out. Last one, arm in. Come out and hold wherever you're at. Maybe you're in that narrow V. Hug your ribs in, shoulders down. Breathe for 3. Breathe for 2. And 1. Come on up. We've got one more exercise standing before we're going to come down to the floor. All right, I want you to step your right foot forward and your left foot back. You're finding a lunge position from the side. Looks like this. All right, shallow crescent lunge. You have the option of staying right here. If this feels hard for you, you're feeling it in the front leg, you can hold this posture. Okay, for a little bit more, you're gonna bend your back knee down. All right, finding a lunge. We call this an upright lunge. We've got 90-degree bends in my knees. My chest is right over my back knee. My back thigh bone is straight perpendicular to the floor. All right, this is one option. Third option is what we call a hinge lunge. You hinge everything forward. Your front knee comes forward of your ankle. Your back thigh bone matches this lean of your torso. All right, hinge lunge, upright lunge, or holding crescent lunge. If you're in one of the back knee bent lunges, you're gonna pulse down, down. If you are in crescent lunge, you are gonna hold. All right, you are gonna hold, you are gonna focus on the push down of your front foot. All right, your hands can be on your hips like mine. They can come to prayer. Or for a little more to spike your heart rate, you can reach your arms up. It's pulse, pulse, pulse. Keep going, little pulses. Down, down, down. Wherever you're at, working those thighs. Down, 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 down. Not here for long. Just feeling this posture, knowing how hard it can be, feeling the position, see what works for you so you know next class which one you are going to go to. It's pulse, pulse. You've got 3, 2, last one, hold, come down nice and low, push yourself, breathe 3, breathe 2, Switch sides, stand up, other foot forward, other foot back. All right, same options. You can hold this crescent lunge. Okay, you can bend both knees, upright lunge, or you can find that hinge forward, hinge lunge. You pick yours. If you're in one of the second two, here we go. Pulse, down, 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 down. You wanna really push down through your front foot, no matter which of those lunges you are taking. No matter which lunge you're in, that back heel spikes up high, bounce through the ball of your foot. Hips stay square. Whichever leg you have back, in all three lunges, you're gonna think about driving that hip forward, hug your belly in. Just like the other side, we are not here for long. So, push into it, make it hard, make it count. You've got 10, maybe lift your arms up. We're gonna hold it down in 3, in 2, and 1. Hold it down, stay with it, go a little bit lower. You got it. Breathe. It's 4, it's 3, it's 2, and 1. Stand tall, stretch your quadriceps. If you've got a surface nearby, grab a hold of it, a wall. Bring one foot into your hand. You can always bring the other hand to your hip or extend it out. Pushing your foot into your hand, finding this nice release of your quadriceps. All right, other side. Foot in hand. We're gonna come down to the floor to finish out a little leg work, and then we'll come back to our abs to finish. All right, keeping with these basic principles, basic postures. All right, one more breath in, and then release. All right, come on down to the floor. We're gonna come to all fours. So, bring your hands right under your shoulders. Your knees are right under your hips. You find so much abdominal engagement, just like a plank. Hug your abs up and in. And then from here, you're gonna lift one leg up towards the sky. All right, hold it there. Flex your foot. From here, I want you to tuck your hips under, draw your belly in, and just 20 times, you're gonna press your heel up an inch, up an inch. You wanna push a lot of weight into the same hand that you have the leg lifted. I'm not saying left or right today, so you can pick which one you do. It's left. Lift. Last one, hold. All right, extend your legs straight. I know you can see my toe. You can point or you can flex it. Okay, option here is to stay with both hands down or lift the opposite arm long as your leg. We are just holding this position. All right, hold, hold, hold. Little bend of your supporting arm. Hug your abs up and in. All right, nice long neck. Hold, hold, hold. Feel your core support. Maybe close your eyes. I want you to feel the position of your back. We are gonna add some movement, and I don't want your back shape to change. Nice neutral spine here. So nice and slow. Bring your knee underneath you, bring your elbow towards you. You're gonna stop whenever you feel like your spine wants to curl under. For me, that's right here. I'm gonna stop here, then I'm gonna reach it back long. We're gonna do that 3 more times. So nice and slow, pull it in. Don't let your back round, keep neutral spine, and reach. 2 more. Nice and slow, pull it in, and reach. All right, last one, pull it in. Reach. All right, hold the reach. Bring both arms down, just like our forearm plank at the beginning of class. Forearms down, leg long. You're gonna tap your foot to the ground and lift. Towards the ground and lift. I'll come this way a little bit so you can see better. It's lower and lift. Towards the ground, lift. Same spine principle. If you feel like your back is changing shape, don't do it. It's lower, lift, lower, and lift. Nice ab work here. 4, leg long, shoulders down. Think about your plank position. Hold here for 3, for 2, and 1. Bring your leg down, sit back into a child's pose. Nice job. Sink your seat back towards your heels. Just be a nice stretch in between sides. All right, take a breath here. Get another sip of water if you need. We are gonna do the other side. All right, so back to all fours position. Hands right under your shoulders. The opposite leg is gonna press up. Flex your foot. Try to turn your inner thigh in and down. That lifted hip side points down to the floor. 20 presses up. Heel goes up an inch, up an inch. All right, not here for long. This exercise is a little shorter than we sometimes do in all fours. So I really want you to maintain the posture and not get so fatigued that you can't keep that support of your spine. So press up, up. 4, 2, all right, hold. Extend your legs straight. Point through your toe. Now stay here with both hands down or reach your opposite arm long. Hold. This is a great time to close your eyes. Breathe. Go inside. Feel the length, fingertip to toe. And no, you don't have to be here, right? You can always bring your hand back down. You could even bring your foot to the floor and still focus on the abdominal engagement. Still hard, just different. All right, hold it here. We're gonna find those slow pull-ins. We'll do 4 of them. I'll talk us through it. All right, feel the shape of your spine. You're gonna maintain that as you slow and controlled pull your knee to elbow. Pull in, and reach, reach, reach. Again, pull it in, slow, 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 reach. Just 2 more, pull. And reach. Last one. Now hold it long just for a moment. Reach, reach, reach. And then come down to your forearms. Shift weight into whatever arm has the lifted leg. Then your foot comes down. Lift. Lift. It's down. Lift. You got 4 more. 3, 2, last one, just hold. Breathe for 3, breathe for 2, and 1. Bring both knees down, and then you're gonna sweep your legs around in front of you. All right, if you have a ball, you're gonna grab it again. We are gonna bring it behind our shoulders this time. All right, so you're gonna come down, ball behind your shoulders, and you kind of roll forward until your low back is down on the floor. Low back down. All right, tucking your hips under, draw your belly down and in. Hold on behind your hamstrings and lift yourself up off the ball. Try to inflate it a little more. From here, you lift up an inch, up an inch. This might not even be an inch, right? It might just be a millimeter or 2. It's all about feeling the work in your abs. So just think up and squeeze your abs. Lift and hold is lift. Just up a little bit. If you've got that feeling, you can go a little faster, but slower is often better in abs. It's you got 4, just 3, 2, hold the up position. All right, we're not in this posture long, so I want you to work really hard. Push down to your abdominals so they push down to the floor, and then option to reach your arms long. Just 4 times, we're gonna lift and lower our arms. Here we go, lift them up for 2, for 2. Shoulders a little higher, belly presses down. And lower. Last one, hold the down position. Palms to the floor, you press down, down, down.
down. This is mostly a hold. The arm movements add some chaos to your abs, make it harder to hold. If this is too chaotic, I want you to hold on. Just curl a little higher. If you need a little more than that, though, you can always hold your arms long and just hold. All right, wherever you're at, you've got 10 more seconds. 3, 2, all right, hold. Come up a little higher, one breath in, and then exhale, lean back. Take the ball out, you can drape over it for a second if that feels good. You're gonna lower your shoulders down to the floor. Okay, with that ball, if you have it, you're gonna place it in between your shins. If you don't have it, no worries. All right, you're gonna bend your knees. They're up over your hips, finding a reverse tabletop position of sorts. Your spine is in neutral, so you might have a little puff of air under your low back, but you're energizing your spine down towards the floor. From here, push your hands down into the floor next to you, finding kind of a wide V or A, however your brain thinks about it. From here, you're gonna push your knees out an inch and hold, hug them in an inch and hold. Knees go away a little bit, knees come back in. It's out a little, and in a little. It's out a little, and in a little. You're squeezing the ball, which gives you a little more leg engagement. If you don't have the ball there, you can just squeeze your legs together. Take it out a little, and in a little. It's out a little, and in a little. You've got 4, and in, 3, 2. Okay, hold the out position. Option to stay right here or extend your legs straight. Squeeze in on the ball.
Stay right there. Hug your belly down. Ribs down. Abs down. Wherever you're at, you're holding. Great time to close your eyes.
Breathe. Maybe drop your legs a little bit lower. Don't let your spine arch. Hold it here. 10 seconds. Got it. 3, 2, and 1. Bring your knees in. Grab the ball, set it to the side. We are all done with it. With your feet hip distance apart, we're gonna end with some bridge lifts. So you're gonna lift up, just a little bit off the floor, drop down. It's lift, and lower. It's lift, and lower. 3 more. Then we're gonna hold. All right, last one. Up, hold it halfway, and just tuck your hips under. Tuck, tuck, tuck. All right, you can reach your arms up. Just squeezing your glutes here. It's tuck, 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 tuck. You got tuck. Always the option to just hold. And if this isn't good for you, you can just keep your seat down and hold, right? Just focus on your posture core engagement. Just holding here or tucking. Last one, hold to squeeze your glutes. More about the abs though, press your abs down. Breathe for 3, for 2, and drop your seat. Hug your knees into your chest.
Finding a nice little release of your spine. You can rock and roll side to side, finding
A little bit of a breather before we stretch. We're gonna change our song. All right, then bring your feet to the floor and just gently, slowly, with your arms out to the sides, let your knees fall over one way and then up through center, fall over the other way. All right, we'll do that 1.5 more times because I want to turn and face you all. You can just do 1 more time because we're gonna come onto all fours. So I'm gonna come over this way again and then just keep rolling and make my way to all fours. All right, find a really gentle cat-cow stretch. So just a tiny little arch of your back as you draw your shoulders down. down through your spine, tuck your chin. One more time. All right, really being careful with how much you move through the spine. This doesn't have to be big for you to feel it. All right, and then just stand up on your knees and find a little swing side to side. All right, from there, step 1 foot forward. Find a gentle lunge. Back knee is down, hips tuck under. All right, whichever leg you have forward, take that same arm down next to it. Reach the opposite arm up and over. And then come down, gently shift back, and switch legs. Gentle push of your hips forward. Draw your shoulders down. All right, same thing as the other side. One hand down, one hand up and over. And then come back upright. Draw your front foot in just a little bit until you can get your back foot in to meet it. Finding what we call a low crouch. You balance on the balls of your feet. If this doesn't feel good for you, you can always just come to standing. We'll meet you there in a moment. All right, feel the support of your legs, even in this big bent position. And then slowly, carefully start to lift your hips. Use that leg strength. Drop your heels and find a hamstring stretch. Just like we did earlier in class. Hands can be on your shins or the floor or your thighs. And then find a halfway lift. Nice long spine, shoulders down, strong core. Use all that core strength to come up even more. And then we will stretch our triceps here standing. So lift your arms up overhead, capture one elbow with the other hand, push your head back. All right, one breath in. Maybe a little side lean if that feels good. And then release. Other side, bend your elbow. All right, I went a little over time. We are gonna finish here. Let's take one last breath all together. Plant your feet, find your balance, and then lift up. Bring your hands together. And thank yourselves for doing this workout. Like I said, this was a basic workout. Wanted to give you guys some principles of some of the positions that we do, so you can always refer back to this anytime, or share it with someone who might be new to barre or have an injury or something like that. So have a great day. Thanks for joining.